Yes, the reigning champions looking back to somewhere near their best indeed. I guess from Lazio's point of view, if you're playing Bayern Munich, your first time back in the knockout stages in over 2 decades, you don't want to do what they did in the first half.
Yeah, and I suppose the manager's comments when they drew Bayern, him saying it's the one team they didn't want, probably didn't help the situation. But look, you know, if there is a crisis at Bayern or the beginnings of a crisis, you want to try and exploit it, not gift them confidence and a way back into it. And it's just a hurried back pass really comes off his heel and straight into Lewandowski's pass and into his path, and he's never going to miss that.
Yeah, and here's the second one here. Jamal gets it. It's very good. But going across 1 and 2 and Marusic there, I mean, it's really well worked. Nice little flick on. You'll see Gretchen plays his part. Nice little touch here. There you go. He's got ages to take that down on the edge. But nowadays, you don't get that time. He shouldn't have. And it was Marusic who didn't go across him.
This was another shocker. I mean, how much of these mistakes are down to the pressure that we talked about earlier in the evening that Lazio were constantly
you have to give Bayern Munich credit for really coming at them with all guns blazing and doing everything at such great pace and really, you know, causing the panic stations and the problems that they did, because it was intense. You're laughing there now. You shouldn't be laughing at professional footballers.
Well, Ireland are playing the rugby there on Saturday, and I thought that was that would go down as a missed tackle in rugby. Never mind.
Well, it kind of summed them up, and for the shot then to bounce out perfect for the simple tap in, you know, just before half time, 3-0 down with the big night. 21 years since we played in a match like this, and it looked dreadful for them then. And
the talk in the dressing room, I'd imagine, would be, OK, let's go out and try and win the second half, and then they come out in the second half and do something similar. Yeah,
you could imagine the manager just wanting to just pull his own hair out, really. You know, you try and give the speech of your career and keep the tie alive, and you go out and you do this, and you get hit on the counter-attack. But again, you know, this is, I won't say poor defending, but, you know, Sané does unbelievable here, just to turn the defender inside out and square the cross goal. And unfortunately, he can't sort his feet out. He's panicking because Alphonso Davies, who's your left back, and if you look at that from that clip from the top, he makes it all the way from his own penalty spot. But then they get a lifeline. Great fear from Luis Correa, who was probably the best player for Lazio on the night. He was direct and he was bright and energetic in everything that he did. And a great little ball from Luis, and he just comes inside, shows great composure here to skip past Alaba and slide it into the bottom corner.
Deserved that, didn't he? Yeah. I think Lewandowski got the official man of the match, but you both felt that Nicolas Süle, the sort of makeshift right back, built like a centre half, certainly was surprisingly impressive.
He was. He looks as if he really enjoyed himself out there. He wasn't standing back like a centre half. He said, right, I'm playing right back, I'm going to play like a proper one. And he did everything that a good right back would do on the night. And I thought he might have been a bit of a weak link when I saw the teams and how it was all set up. And I thought, well, Correa might get at him. Well, defensively, nobody got at him all night. And on the ball, look, he's got this, well, you see this lovely little flick inside. There you go. I don't see too many centre halves doing that these days. Maybe you do a bit more than the past, but he was a breath of fresh air, wasn't he?
I mean, maybe aesthetically he's not the most easy on the eye, the most pleasing. You think Dani Alves, Trent Alexander-Arnold, you know, but this guy, like a big diesel engine, once he gets going, he gets going, and he had a fantastic game, very, very good on the ball, and very, very positive.
At Bayern looking good in terms of like the levels we saw last season, getting back there?
Yeah, I still think there's a soft spot there. You know, they showed weakness is a huge stretch, by the way, a leap for me there, but they got out a couple of times by Correa, and they don't look rock solid at centre back. There's a little, maybe something to touch off with them. Maybe they'll get it back and get it going again, but in attack and the press, it looks like
Gnabry and Müller to come too.
Indeed, right.